This video is sponsored by FEG PC, builders of bespoke computer systems designed for sim racers. Check out their website in the description below. Welcome everybody to this week's Let's Learn the Track from Detroit, the Grand Prix at BELLE. This is a temporary street circuit. It's 2.35 miles long, 14 turns in total. There's not really any way you can get off track here. So if you do run wide, you're generally going to be into a concrete wall and pretty much that's your race over. It's a very, very bumpy street circuit, this one, so that's probably what's going to catch people out more than anything else, really. Usual Let's Learn the Track stuff apply. We're going to talk about pit exit. We're going to do a couple of slow laps talking about what I use as my braking points and reference markers. Then we're going to slowly pick up the pace so you can see those in practice. And then we're going to simulate a pit entry. We'll replay that so you can see exactly where I brake and how you get into the pits safely. So this isn't a place for hot laps. If you want hot laps, you can go elsewhere. This video is all about how to safely get round BELLE and finish the race. So my braking markers are quite conservative, but they are safe braking markers that will work pretty much every lap. So without further ado, let's get cracking. Okay, here we are on pit road in the Mercedes. You can see the green cone straight ahead there. That's where we want to be disengaging our pit limiter. So pit exit here at BELLE isn't too bad. All we need to think about really is keeping the car over to the right hand side. Because as you can see there, the track's on our left, so that's where people are going to be on a flying lap. So keep the car over to the right hand side, just keep out the way. But when you get to this point here, just at the crest, that's pretty much on the racing line. So that's where people are going to be when they are on a flying lap. So just keep an eye on your relative box there at that point. Right, so we're flat out up this straight here. We're up into 5th gear. Come up to this right-hander. Now, braking marker here, I use just before the 300 there as my braking marker. Kind of in between the 3 and the 4. That's what I use as my braking marker. Halfway between, get on the brakes because we want to be down into 2nd gear for this right-hander. Now this is probably one of the only places on the track where you're going to get off track. But be careful of the curbs here at BELLE. They are quite brutal. As you can see, they are bumpy. And this bit of grass here, that'll give you an off track. So accelerate down here. Now this one, there's not really any braking markers. If you can see, there's the same signs on the left, right and straight ahead. So as you exit that turn in 2nd gear, you're going to upshift into 3rd, and then not long after you've upshifted into 3rd gear, you're going to be back down into 2nd, and that's pretty much what I use as my cue to go down into 2nd gear at that point. But when the shadow's gone, you will be able to see a darker piece of the road surface there, which you can use as your braking marker. So here, again, try not to clip this curb. Want to use all of the track here at BELLE. You've got to be really brave. Use all of the track, let the car run out wide, but then get the car back over to the right hand side for this next left. My braking marker here is just before these Firestone signs on the right hand side. So we're going to be in 3rd gear, braking at this point down into 2nd for this left-hander. Again, all of these turns you want to apex quite late because there's generally an opposite turn. So there's a left turn, there's a right turn straight after it. So you want the car over to the left hand side after this turn. So when you get past this point, over to the left hand side, and you'll see some signs coming into view there, those auto builders. When I get in line with those, that's generally my cue to brake for this right hander, which you can't see the entry to at this point. So when you get to the auto builder sign, we're going to be braking down into 2nd gear, and we're going to be turning in trail braking just to make sure that the car rotates, get as close to that inside wall as you can, and then on the gas at the apex there if possible, because you want to carry as much speed out of that turn all the way up this straight. This is the longest straight on the circuit. This is probably going to be one of the most common overtaking places here. So for this next one, the braking marker for this right-hander is round about the 400, or just about at the Corvette sign, to be honest, in between the two. So we're going to be braking hard down into 2nd gear for this right-hander. Again, don't clip this curb. Use all of the track. Then we're going to be up into 3rd gear, and then just as we go under the bridge, we're going to be back down into 2nd gear and braking for this left-hander here. Now this is slightly banked. Also you can see it's darker, so there's more rubber on the road surface at this point. So hold a tight line around here as much as you can. Then up into third for this next turn. Now I use this double apex left-hander, so I aim for the first apex. And just as I've got by the first apex, I'm on the brakes gently, just taking a bit of speed off, down into second gear, and then clipping the second apex and trying to keep the car over to the left-hand side to open up this next right-hander here. Now this one's a late apex, and this one is really, really bumpy, so you've got to be patient going around here. Don't just get on the gas at the apex, because there's some bumps after the apex on exit that'll catch you out and send you into that wall. And then that's your race over. So then accelerating up here for this next right. Braking marker in between the 300 and the 200. We're going to be down into second gear, and you can carry quite a bit more speed here, or yeah, you can carry more speed than you think through this turn. As soon as you get on the apex for this one, you're going to be on the gas, letting the car run out wide for this next right, which is taken in third gear. So a short shift to third, and as you go round, just a little lift of the throttle if the car needs to rotate. Just a little lift, then onto the back straight. I see pit road there on the right hand side, so we're going to move the car over to the right and then let it drift over to the left for this next right-left combination. So here we're going to be braking just before the 300. We're going to be down into fourth, then down into third gear. We want to take this one nice and tight, because we want the car over to the right hand side to open up this left, because after this left there's a long straight, and that's what's going to open up any overtaking spots for us. So we're going to be apexing this one quite late, but as soon as we're on the apex, we're going to be on the gas over this crest. The car will get light, there's loads of bumps, but there's quite a bit of downforce at that point, so you just keep at it if you can. Right, so this next right-hander, we're back round onto the next lap now. So we're braking in between the 4 and the 3, down into second gear. Try not to clip this curb. So up into third gear, then just as we approach, down into second gear. Don't clip the curb, use all of the track. You've got to be really brave at BELLE. Just before those signs, braking, down into second. Car will run wide, want the car back over to the left though. So back down into second for this one. Trail brake, just get the car to rotate and accelerate out up this straight. So here we're braking at the bridge, the Corvette bridge, around about the 400 marker. So we're going to brake in, down into second gear, accelerate on the apex, into third, just under the bridge, down into second, braking hard, hold a nice tight line around there, up into third, double apex left, just halfway around, back down into second, pick up that second apex, open up this right and be really patient, like I said, on exit there, because there's bumps after the apex on exit. So here we're braking just before the 200, down into second gear, but on the gas at the apex, short shift to third, a little lift just to get the car around that last turn, and jobs are good. Right, we'll pick up the pace a little bit now if we can. So at the 300, so we're going to be down into fourth, down into third, open up this left, just being patient, on the apex, accelerate over the crest. Car will want to jump and do all kinds of crazy things. So in between the 400 and the 300, we're going to be braking hard, down into second gear. Try not to get off track on exit, try not to clip that curb like I did. So up into third, then back to second, use all of the track, let the car run out wide, back over to the right, just before the signs, we're going to be braking. Again, use all of the track everywhere, then back down to second, be patient, then on the apex, get on the gas. See, it's the bumps at BELLE that are going to catch people out rather than the walls, I think. I think it's the walls that are going to, the bumps that are going to be the issue. So braking at the Corvette sign, down into second gear, on the gas, short shift to third, just under the bridge, back down to second, nice tight line, on the gas, up to third, double apex left, first one, down to second gear, pick up the second one, open up this right-hander, be patient. As you can see the bumps there, it's horrendous. So just before the 200, down into second gear, on the apex, on the gas, short shift to third, little lift, just to get the car to rotate around there. So we'll do one more lap, then we'll simulate a pit entry. So just before the 300, we're going to be braking down to third. Hold it nice and tight around the right. Then be patient here on the gas at the apex. That's a bit better. That's a 10th up. So the last one was a 28.2, so we should be able to go quicker than that. So in between the 4 and the 3, so we're braking down to second gear. On the gas, up to third, then down into second. Use all of the track. So braking just before the signs, down to second gear. Missed that apex a little bit, but it's okay. So again, down to second. Hold a tight line around the inside on the gas at the apex. So we are up a little bit. 3/4 of a tenth. So at the bridge, we're going to be braking down into second gear. Short shift, then back to second. Nice tight line round here. Accelerate at the apex. A double apex left up to third. So I messed that one up, but we still got it back. It's fine. We'll be patient. So the bumps there made the car lose a bit of traction, so just wheel spins. You lose all forward momentum. Right, we'll simulate a pit entry here now. So we'll go into replay mode now, and I'll show you where I braked to get into the pits there. So as we approach the pits, we're going to be braking just about at the end of the pit lane entrance. So just on this corner, that's pretty much where we're going to be braking. So if you watch my inputs there, we're hard on the brakes there, probably about 70% I would guess. So braking all the way down, pit limiter on until we get to the cones there. And then we're off. Happy days. So again, so braking just there, just at the pit entry, braking all the way down until we get to the cones. So hopefully that's been of some use to you. Let me know in the comments, please, if you wouldn't mind, if you've learned anything. Let me know in the comments if you wouldn't mind if I'm doing something drastically wrong. If you wouldn't mind as well giving it a thumbs up, that lets me know that people are watching these and they like them, and I'll keep doing them. So have a good week, everybody. Good luck. Hope to see you on track, and I'll see you later.